Hi everyone. This video is going to show you how to make a Google site using your Google CHCLC account. So I'm going to go up here to the address bar in my browser and I'm going to go to sites, S-I-T-E-S, sites.google.com. And once I get here, you will see that it looks very much like other items, other programs in the Google Suite like Docs or Sheets or Slides. You will see a way to create a new blank site. There's also some template sites that you can choose from, and any sites that you've already created. You can see I have been playing around with quite a few. Will show up here in your recent sites. For the project that you are going to be working on, I recommend coming here to blank and just starting a new blank site. One important note, you will want to make sure that you're signed in and that you're using your Google CHCLC account and that your browser is not accidentally picking up a different account. Make sure you're in your CHCLC account. So we're going to go here to blank. And now Google is going to give us a template where we can start adding the information and start working on our Google site. You will give your site a name. So we can say History ePortfolio or whatever you want to call it. And then up here, you'll want to put in the name of your site as well so that you can find your site in your drive and over in sites when you go to work on it and edit it again. So I'm just going to copy and paste that same piece in there. And then whatever you put up here is going to show up as the name of your site, and it will be on in the left corner here for each of your pages. So you might want to put your name here, or again, you can put the same title of the site just so that we know what it is that we're looking at when we go into your site. So that is pretty much it, how we can begin to create the Google site. It's pretty simple to start out with. A few things that I want to point out when you're ready to, so this would be considered the home page of your site. When you're ready to add in some content to your home page, you can click over here for text box, and that gives you a text box that you can then write in. You can come to Drive, and here's where you can select items from your Drive to put in. In a couple minutes, I'm going to get into the permissions and the share settings for things that you're adding from your Drive. That will be very important so that others can see the items that are on your site. I'm going to close out of that. You can embed if you have a web address from a YouTube video. You can enter the YouTube video code here and then insert or embed the video into your site. Or there's some other fancier things that you can do with embedding actual code, HTML code, but we don't have to worry about that for what it is you're doing. If you want to play around with that, go for it. I'm going to cancel out of that. When you come over here on the right, if you go to Pages in the middle, you'll see right now my site has one page, and that's Home, which we're looking at here. If I come down to the plus sign, I can add a new page. So Mr. Locke would like you to have a page for each of the units to then demonstrate what you're learning and understanding for each unit. So you can title it whatever you deem appropriate. I'm just going to put Unit 1 for now. And I can add in my other sites, or sorry, my other pages. We can add these later, or oops, sorry. Or you can, if you know what they're all going to be named now, you can add them all in now. Once you get your sites lined up here, you are able to, or sorry, your pages lined up here, you are able to reorder them if you find that you need to do that. oh, what I just did there and dragging this one over just made that page a sub page of 2, which I don't want. So I'm going to try to get that guy back and it won't let me. So let me do that instead. And now drag it back down here. Ah, there we go. Okay, so I have home and then my 3 pages that are showing up in my bar here where I can, my navigation bar where I can click to get to the other pages of my site. A couple things along the top here that you will want to know about. If you want to see what your site is going to look like out there in the world, you can click here on preview and the edit features will go away and you'll be able to see the home page and all of the other pages as people out on the web would be viewing them. And then when you're ready to go back into edit, come down here to the bottom right and just click on that to exit the preview page. And the next piece I want to share with you is how you're going to insert things from your drive. And as I mentioned, you will want to be careful of the share settings. So the best way to do this, I believe, is to go to the page where you want to add something from your drive. You're going to come over here to insert on the right and you're going to go to drive. From here, you're going to wait for it to load. And then you can pick an item from your drive. Let me see if I have anything that's not all that exciting that I can plop in here. I'm going to pick this document. And just double clicking on it, you can click on it once and then come down here to insert, or you can double click on it and it will plop it in over here on your page. When you have multiple things on here, like if I wanted to add a text, see document below, and then I can drag this text box so that it comes on top of the document I just inserted. And now what we need to be sure that we're checking on are the share settings of this document that I just put in. It appears to be blank, but I did pick something from my drive. So when I double click on the document, you'll see I get some menu items here. One of them is remove, so I could delete this if I decided I did not want this document embedded here on my site. Or what we're going to look at now is this arrow that comes up in the little square. And I'm going to click on that because that is going to open the document up for me. And now that I am in here, I need to go into the share settings of this document and I need to change the restrictions so that anyone in the township of Cherry Hill is able to view this document. If you do not do that, then when people go to your website, they will not be able to see this document. So we want to make sure that we make it so that Mr. Locke and the other students in your class will be able to see the documents and things that you're sharing. So let me go through those steps again so that we're sure everybody is clear on how to do that. So when you want to go to insert something, you will go to insert, you'll go to drive. Once your drive comes up, you will find the document that you want to embed and you will double click on that document. Once your document comes up, you'll click on the arrow to open the document itself. And then you will come up here to share in the top right, click on share, and then change so that anyone in Cherry Hill Board of Ed can view the document, and then we will hit done. The settings may already be set to that, but it is definitely something you want to check and change if need be. So I can hit done here and close out of this document now to get back into my site And if I go here to preview again, it will show me what, oh, and there's my documents showing up now. It'll show me what it will look like to the rest of the world when they try to view my page, and you'll see my embedded documents appear there on my Unit 1 page. I'm going to go back into the editor. Something else that is important for you to do, I'm going to come back to my home page. Right now, the only person who has access to this Google site is me as the creator and editor of the site. Anything that I am doing here, just like with other things, Google, with Google Docs, Google Slides, all of this is being saved in my Google Drive, anything that I'm doing to work on my website. When I want to publish my site, when I'm ready to make it so that anyone within CHCLC is able to view my site, the other students in the class, Mr. Locke, I'm going to come over here to publish on the top right, and it's going to give my site a name. So you'll see it chose what I had written in here. So I'm going to rename it to O'Reilly History, Portfolio. And then you want to look down here. Again, this is going to be important because this will be who has access to actually view your published site. If we go here to manage, you can change it. Adding names here means that there will be other people who are able to edit your site, which is a useful tool if it's a site that more than one person are collaborating on. However, for this project, it's going to be an ePortfolio, so it will be just you who's the editor of this site. But down here for links, we want to click on change. So the draft, we're going to leave that alone because that's going to be people who can work on the site itself. And in this case, that's only going to be you. And then the published site, restricted would mean that only certain people are able to view the published site. BOE Township of Cherry Hill means that anyone with a CHCLC login can view your site. And then there's public, which means that anyone out on the web can view your site. We're going to, for this project, we're going to do BOE Township of Cherry Hill can view your site. And then we will hit done. My publish screen will come back up. And I'm going to choose publish from here. And that will make it so that anyone can see my site. When you are ready to share the link to your published site with Mr. Locke, you will go to your home page and you'll come to up here the little link picture along the top, and you're going to click on that. That's going to show you what your published link looks like, and I'm going to copy that link, and then I can go into Google Classroom and add the link, paste the link into an assignment, or I can go into my email and email the link to Mr. Locke to share it with him, or however you need to get the actual link to him. If you need me for anything to do with this project, I will gladly help you out. Here is my email address. I'll make it big so you guys can see it here. I'm Ms. O'Reilly, one of the library media specialists at Cherry Hill East. My email is coreilly@chclc.org. Please reach out to me if you need any assistance with any of this, and I will gladly help you figure out what you need to do with your Google site to get it completed. Thanks, everybody. Have fun with the project.